Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another wonderful round here at Slipstream Racing. We are officially live and the lights are on at Magny Cours. We are driving at the French Grand Prix, folks. And this is brought to you by Slipstream Racing, your home for F1 racing on Assetto Corsa, the original racing simulator out there, folks. If you're looking to get involved, make sure you check out Slipstream Racing. I might have said Omega Sim Racing. Make sure you check out Slipstream Racing. Check us out on the Discord. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitch. All of the above, where you can get involved in the action. Find yourself caught on camera on the racing circuit, live every single week on Monday, same time, same place, folks. Taking a look at where we have been, where we're going, etc., etc. We've been to Hockenheim Ring, we've been to Gran Turismo Grand Valley Speedway, we've been to Istanbul Park, Kidia Speed Park, Hungaroring, Autodromo de Palmadera, Road America, Belle Isle, and now we're at Magny Cours. Next week we're going to Indonesia, finishing things off at Watkins Glen and then Autopolis for 100% race distance. Things are getting spicy in the championship. Points have been taken away from our champion leader right now, but it's still looking like Cody Lawrence has got this one mathematically in the bag, as it were, with 174 points to his name right now. Jaden Neal in P2 with 102 points to his name. Ryan Earl, aka Flip, with 99 points ahead of schedule, tied with Cameron Ketchen with his 99 points. Colin Edwards in 5th place with 85 points. 84 points for, I believe that'll be Trent H. Yes, it is Trent H. Elegance in P7, Matt Chevry in P8, Pete Rader in 9th, and we have 10th going to John Hokie, Ahmed A in 11th, Senti in 12th, Twisted Jack in 13th, James Shorter in 14th, Mac Pierman in 15th, Steve Rogers in 16th, Crowley in 17th, Athena Manisil in 18th, Cody Fowers in 19th, Jake DeShong in 20th, Alex Friedland in 21st, and Spunini will be the 22nd driver. Take a look at the live screen and see how the drivers are faring in this qualifying session right now. Faring pretty well, half a second separating the top three. That'll be Cody Lawrence, Ryan Earl, and Jaden Neal. Trent H, 1.3 seconds back. Matt Chevry, 1.6 back. Senti, 2.4. Anand is 3.2 back. Shorter, Edwards, Ahmed A, and John Hokie all not setting laps right now. On board with Senti as we come through the second sector. Shorter as he gets a little wiggly coming out of the hairpin corner. And down through Nürburgring he goes into the 180. And the Octane Esports driver may have breached track limits there. Chateau de But he's trying his darndest to get a lap going. James Shorter 1:14. Jaden Neal with a 1:10.5 being his fast lap, best lap. Big wiggle coming through the penultimate corner. To the line he goes, 1:10.4, new personal best for him. Not good enough for Cody Lawrence's time of 1:10.039, and he goes to pit lane. New PB by Senti at the top of your screen, 1:11.9, good enough for 6th place overall. Now, through some of these corner names have iconic names to them, such as Imola, Nürburgring, Complex de Lici. Some of them have very basic names, such as 180. "11 minutes and 45 seconds left in this qualifying run. Still Cody Lawrence, Ryan Earl, Jaden Neal being the drivers at the top spot right now. Earl comes down pit lane. Anand, a new name to the grid that I haven't seen before. Let's see what they are made out of here tonight. And Anand comes down pit road 2.7 seconds off the good of the leaders. Get a new change of boots and back out onto the racing circuit to give this another try for the man with my middle name. Blends back into the track just in front of one of the racing bulls. The racing bull able to get by without too much issue there. Here's John Hokie with his DRS flap wide open as he approaches the final corner. He's improving by a heap of time. Let's see where Hokey Pokey lands. Up in 7th place with a 1:11.7, somewhere between 1.6 and 1.9 off the pace. It'll be 1.7. And Jaden Neal also out here looking to improve by a heap of time. Gets to the line. What does he have in store? 1:10.1. Again, not good enough for Cody Lawrence's time. 1:10.0 is the time to beat. He needs to find another 1/10.5 to find his pole position. Earl, though, up 0.3 of a second, as it were. Can he stitch it together when he gets to the line to find second place? He does, with another 110.131. That'll be almost identical times between Ryan Earl and Jaden Neal. Personal best being set by Senti, a 111.7. Senti's down in 7th place. Matt Chevry is cooking something fierce right now on the grill as he approaches 180. A decent amount of green for Matt Chevry. Can he find himself into the top 5 when he gets to the line? He's hoping so. I think the fans are hoping so as well. And he finds 4th place with a 111.007. New personal best on lap 5 of 14 for Matt Chevry. 9/10 away from Cody Lawrence's time. Ahmed A drives a 112.000. Trent H finds a 110.8, bumps Matt Chevry into 5th place. Pretty good lap times from the drivers. 1 second separating the top 5 right now. Cody Lawrence with a 109.9 throws out the gauntlet. Shows everybody that he is driving to his heart's content. 109.9 pulls out another 10th on his opponent's behind with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this qualifying run. It's Cody Lawrence, Ryan Earl, Jaden Neal, Trent H, Matt Chevry, Colin Edwards, Senti, John Hokie, Ahmed A, Anand, James Shorter, and then Cody Fowers not setting a lap just yet. Senti gaining a little bit of time right now, only about a 10th as he gets to the sector 3 line. A DRS flap should open up. There it is, giving him the additional drag reduction system. And he manages to lose that time as he gets to the line. Oh, no, he doesn't. 111.585 for Senti. New personal best being set there. Still 1.5 off the good of Cody Lawrence, the alien himself, running on the C3 compound is where he set that time at, and that bar is being held up pretty high right now. Matt Chevry looking for some time now over to Ahmed A, who's 2 seconds off the good. Racing with another group of drivers here towards the back. between Anand, John Hokie, and Senti. I believe it'll be a battle of mistakes further down the order. Although Magny Cours is not extremely difficult, it is a very fast and flowy racetrack, and all it will take is one lockup, one missed brake marker, and all of a sudden, you're off and into the barriers here at the French Grand Prix. And into the pits, that'll be, I believe, that was Senti coming down pit road. Trent H driving for the Cadillac Racing Team. Still looking to improve with 3 minutes remaining. He's almost a tenth up on his personal best as he closes the DRS flap leading into the penultimate corner. Uses all the track that he has bought and paid for. That is a slight improvement, 110.861 for the driver in yellow. Jaden Neal not finding his improvement that he was looking for on that lap. May have been an outlap for him. And he should be on a flyer this go around. John Hokie with a little bit of a lockup over to Ryan Earl, who's trying to gain that desperate 10th, but it just won't be enough. A 110.150, just shy of his personal best. And he is in for a cool down lap. That'll be the end of Ryan Earl's opportunity to clinch pole position away from Cody Lawrence up at the front with his 109.9. Jaden Neal in third place, Trent H in fourth, Matt Chevry in fifth. Colin Edwards is in pit lane right now and cooling things off. Then we have Senti, John Hokie, Ahmed A, and then here's Anand. With his 112.7 being his best lap. Oh, and a brief application of throttle sends him round into the grass. Now, I don't think that's what the kids mean when they say go touch some grass. Ryan Earl into pit lane. As we said earlier, that was the end of his qualifying run. Matt Chevry, though, is continuing to push. He's down 1.8 on this previous lap, though. I don't think he has the speed and momentum to improve on this occasion. We'll still keep an eye on him, though. Ooh, Jaden Neal pushing as hard as he might on his closing opportunity. Gets off of the racing line, lets Matt Chevry through. Cody Lawrence out here to improve on his final run. Has nearly a tenth of improvement found already. And loses it with that slight wiggle. Still trying to find some pace on the closing stages. Matt Chevry finishing up his lap. 109.879 set by Cody Lawrence. He was able to find some time through the final sector despite that brief wiggle that he had. And it was all due to that Sector 3, how he approached the final couple of corners. He was able to gain that much more time on his opponents. Ryan Earl, Jaden Neal, Cody Lawrence all in a league of their own right now. Trent H being the best of the rest in 4th place in front of Matt Chevry, Colin Edwards, and Senti. John Hokie being thrown into that category. Ahmed A. Anand and James Shorter, Cody Fowers should be in a bit of a hectic battle amongst themselves. Matt Chevry takes the checkered flag for the qualifying run, and that'll be Cody Fowers of Slipstream Racing having a slip, trip, and fall coming through the final sector on the brake application. Just did not get it right and managed to throw away his opportunity to get a lap set, unfortunately. Cody Lawrence out there still driving. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back, folks. And we'll get the grid set in just a few moments' time. Stand by. This is Slipstream Racing, Assetto Corsa F1 Racing. Thank you very much. Holding on to P1 right now is going to be Mr. Cody Lawrence, driving the Cadillac Racing number 11 car. P2, we're going to have Ryan Earl, aka Flip, driving the number 81 McLaren. Jaden Neal driving the Racing Bulls car, number 22 for him. Trent H in his version of the Cadillac car, and he'll be driving the number 84. Matt Chevry in 5th, driving the number 16 Ferrari. Colin Edwards driving the McLaren Shell livery, powered by Honda, the number 2 for Colin Edwards. Senti's in the number 42 Octane Esports car. John Hokie's driving the number 31 Haas. Ahmed A in the number 1 Oracle Red Bull livery. Anand driving the 55 blacked out Ferrari. James Shorter in the Octane Esports number 33. Cody Fowers driving the iconic Slipstream Racing number 44. And he's got all sorts of sponsors splattered across that car. And I am your host tonight, Sagar Bakshi, and I'll be driving the safety car to get us started with the night, the wonderful DBX9. Waiting for the lights to become illuminated, folks, and then we will get started here in just a few moments' time. Drivers revving their engines, rearing and ready to go. Lights are about to become illuminated. We're just moments away from the race start tonight. 46 laps on the clock. And we're green, green, green. Away we go. Cody Lawrence has an amazing jump start, but further back down the order, we're 3 wide with the driver going off the racetrack. I think that'll be Matt Chevry, who's off the racing circuit right now. We'll have to take a look at where Chevry ends up, down in 11th place because Trent H is battling with Colin Edwards and didn't leave enough room on the outside. Chevry heads down into 11th, but back up into 10th place already. Cody Lawrence and Ryan Earl flip going after it already on this opening stage of the race. They know that if they let Cody Lawrence escape sooner rather than later, he will escape with his life. So going for him early is the best thing to do to throw him off of his rhythm and his rhyme. It's time to get jiggy, baby. It's bobsled time. No, it's really ACF1 racing time here with Slipstream Racing. Ryan Earl staying within half a second, spitting distance away from Cody Lawrence, and that's a good sign for the racing yet to come. Jaden Neal 0.8 back from Ryan Earl. Oh, a bit of a lockup there from Earl, coming through the penultimate corner and into the final chicane. Across the start-finish line, it's 0.3 of a second between the two drivers, and now Cody Lawrence leads the charge yet again. We've said this before throughout this championship, but when will this man get some additional ballast applied to his car? I think the ballast might just be the right amount. There it is. The DRS is open for the drivers behind him within their 1 second gap. They're looking to make that DRS apply more and more advantage to the drivers behind by reducing the amount of dirty air that they're getting in the slipstream. Taking a look further down the order, it'll be Trent H nip and tuck with Colin Edwards. They were fighting on that opening lap, first couple of corners, and they're going to continue to fight it out. 0.6 separates them two right now, and 0.6 back is going to be Senti, closing down the margin through the penultimate corner. Of course, the best being set by all of the drivers right now as the fuel load lightens up, as they get onto better tires. Of course, those times will dramatically improve bit by bit. Matt Chevry is able to get around James Shorter, collecting 9th place for himself. Senti still 0.8 away from Trent H. Ooh, Shorter snaps back at Matt Chevry here. Again, Chevry snaps back at Shorter one more time as Shorter finds a little bit of a shortcut. Side-by-side action is going to continue. John Hokie gets involved in this squabble. He's able to get by Shorter. A little use of track limits there. Not sure if he managed to stay within the green and white line there. A real penalty not displaying anything just yet here for Magny Cours. At 112.9 for Cody Lawrence, 113.0 for Ryan Earl on that previous lap. The time's not necessarily going the way that Ryan Earl would prefer them to go on this occasion. Jaden Neal on that previous lap. Lock up from the car behind. That'll be Shorter, falling further and further back. Let's check out the battle between Anand and Ahmed A. Half a second separating these two drivers out on the racetrack, and we're already concluded with lap 4 of 46 tonight. Oh, Ahmed A getting it wrong, coming through the final corner, tumbles down into 11th. That promotes a handful of drivers in front of him. And Anand losing a position to John Hokie and Matt Chevry coming into Adelaide. Exciting to see a handful of half-second gaps right now. Battle between Matt Chevry, Hokie, and Anand on the racetrack, all separated by half a second. Half second up at the front as well between Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence. Expect that gap to go nowhere quickly. Big mistake from Ryan Earl, loses out 0.3 of a second on that previous lap. Gains a 10th back. 113.3 to 113.5, 113.3 for Jaden Neal, so he is closing down the gap. Looking at the cars in front of him, but he's 3.5 seconds away from Earl right now. We'll keep an eye on this close battle between Matt Chevry and John Hokie. Nearly identical lap times between the 7th and 8th place driver. Let's go on board with John Hokie and see what he's doing with the steering wheel on lap 7. Beautiful sights and sounds here at Magny Cours, the French Grand Prix. Closing down the gap into the braking zone of Adelaide. Ahmed A gets by James Shorter and opens up the gap to around 0.9 of a second. Let's go switch over to the trackside camera. Ooh, and Senti off into the wall throws John Hokie for a bit of a loop. I'll promote Chevry and Hokie into 6th and 7th. Senti seemingly looking like he's okay, rejoins the pack on lap 8. 113.3 to a 113.4 from the drivers at the front of the field. 113.5 for Jaden Neal. With all nip and tuck up at the front, Jaden Neal has to make up 4 seconds in his pit stop phase for that to be of any concern to the drivers up ahead of him. All things quiet on the Western Front right now, except for Trent H. and Colin Edwards, who have been battling it out since lap 1. 113.3, 113.4 from the drivers in the lead, 114.2. Jaden Neal slowly slipping away from that battle ahead of him right now. Trent really trying to clinch his place in the championship, knows he has to contend with Colin Edwards in this battle. Getting the most amount of points over a race weekend will be it, and now Colin Edwards makes a slight mistake, allows Trent H to follow through quick, fast, in a hurry, does not have to be invited twice for that opportunity to be taking place. Trent just patiently waited. He didn't have to be offered twice to that tasty morsel of an opportunity. Now Colin Edwards has the DRS flap wide open. I thought he was going to make a move going in towards Adelaide, but no, Colin Edwards thinks better of it. Go! Trent H gets the tank slapper of a lifetime, and he skirts his way to almost a screeching halt, cuts across the 180 turn. And that wasn't a dirty air issue, that was more of just a mistake on Trent's part, and now he's going to have overheated tires to contend with. Loses a position to Matt Chevry, and does he lose a position to John Hokie as well? John Hokie's going to be on optimum temperature tires, while Trent H is definitely going to be on overheated tires at this point in time. Trent does not lose that position to Hokie right now. Let's check out Ahmed A and where they are stranded out on the racetrack. I can hear their car, but I can't see them right now. Ooh, they are on the wrong side of the barriers. That'll be a work to pit lane, forcing a disqualification from the lead, or from the race. DNF for Cody Fowers and Ahmed A right now. It promotes Senti into the top 10. With only 10 drivers remaining tonight. 113.4, 113.4 up at the front, and the gap is right around 0.3 of a second between the two of them. telling me I don't think the YouTube stream launched. Oh no. Let me double check that. I thought I saw it running just a few moments ago. No, it is running, Cody. Silly Cody, scaring the bejesus out of me. Traffic is going to be something that the drivers have to contend with next. Drivers here at Slipstream Racing have always been very respectful of blue flag rules and blue flag racing. Be a contention of that race position? No. I thought Senti was going to get in the way there, but manages to stay out of the way of Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence. Maybe lost a couple of tenths. Half a second gap up at the front of the race is the closest battle that we have. Cody Lawrence, Ryan Earl, Jaden Neal, Colin Edwards, Matt Chevry, John Hokie, Trent H., Anand, James Shorter, and Senti will round out the 10 drivers still in this running. And we've just approached the 1/3 way mark here. Lap 15 of 46. So the pit window is officially open for the 2-stop strategy for the drivers on the C3 compound. Some drivers on the C2 compound already. No pit stops have yet to be completed yet. Pit stop there for Senti, and he's on the C1 compound, explaining the pace that he was able to find to stay ahead of the race leaders. Opened up to around 0.8 of a second to Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence to check in with Jaden Neal as he comes through Chateau d'Eu. Colin Edwards up next. Then Matt Chevry and John Hokie. Separated by 4.6 seconds, the gap was a lot closer at the beginning of the race, but John Hokie just dropping off the pace just a little bit. Whoa! Change for the lead here as Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence go toe-to-toe. Cody Lawrence finding his way into second place. Ryan Earl doing a great job of finding the opportunity to pounce like a lion. $114.0 to $114.8. Cody Lawrence trails by 0.3 of a second. Now the gap opens up and the ball is in Ryan Earl's hands. Looking at last week's round at Detroit Belle Isle, it was Earl that took the victory there. And Cody Lawrence, who took third. Jaden Neal took second place. Fourth place going to Colin Edwards. Fifth place going to John Hokie. And Elegance. Senti. Cameron Ketchen. And Matt Chevry. Look to the inside line out of Cody Lawrence. A bit cheeky there. Just trying to sell a dummy. Didn't quite work out that way. Can't fool Ryan Earl this early in the evening. Have to wake up a lot quicker than that. Cody Lawrence and Jaden Neal both running 10 kilograms of ballast right now. Ryan Earl with 0 kilograms of ballast. It's not exactly toe-to-toe matchup. I believe that would be Anand in the blacked out Ferrari now in front of the drivers after taking his pit stop. Big lockups from both drivers, Cody Lawrence and Ryan Earl. Cody Lawrence looking to the inside line again, trying to sell that dummy time and time again. Just not working out for him. Ryan Earl is driving the wheels off of his car. That number 81 McLaren can't stop, won't stop right now. But Cody Lawrence is using a bit more track here at Chateau de Eau. things have settled down yet again. Half a second gap between Cody Lawrence and Ryan Earl, aka Flip, as we about to approach the halfway point of the race. Lap 21 about to be completed, or lap 22, excuse me, about to be completed, and on to lap 23. Doing a great job of keeping this one collected. 44 or 14.444. Cody Lawrence's time. Ooh, big lock up there from Ryan Earl, and Cody Lawrence almost runs into the back of him, and that'll be almost a change for the lead. It was awfully close between the two of them. Just managing to escape with his life, but for how long? There goes Cody Lawrence back through on Ryan Earl going into Adelaide. Down pit lane with Cody Lawrence on this halfway point of the race. That'll be one pit stop apiece for the two drivers. 2 stops for Jaden Neal already. 2 stops for Jaden Neal already. That can't be right. Drivers back where they started at the front. 1, 2, and 3. Colin Edwards up 2 positions. John Hokie up 2. Anand up 2. Trent H is down 3 positions from where he started after a slip up at Adelaide. After the pit stop cycle, it's a 2.8 second gap between Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence. Check in with the rest of the field. It'll be Jaden Neal in third place. Colin Edwards in fourth. Matt Chevry in fifth. John Hokie in sixth place. Followed by Trent H. in seventh place. And Anand in eighth place. On board with Trent H., the Corvette Racing F1 team, number 84. That'll be Trent coming down pit road on lap 27. John Hokie in sixth place, 13 seconds adrift from Matt Chevry. Fastest lap out of Cody Lawrence, do that 1:12. So just a few moments ago on the C2 compound. Personal best still trickling in 112.8 out of Jaden Neal, but he's running 10 kilograms of ballast just like Cody Lawrence is right now. And can't find Ryan Earl in front of him. Separated by 11.3 seconds. Here's Anand, 12.5 seconds back from Trent H. in the Corvette Racing F1. Matt Chevry in the Ferrari back up into the top five. 5 seconds away from Colin Edwards up in front of him. Colin Edwards was battling it out with Trent H., but Trent had a bit of a mishap. Lost the position to Hokie and Matt Chevry earlier on in the race. Lap 29 of 46 about to be concluded. no, Trent H, worse goes to worse for him. At the start-finish line, he is parked the wrong way. Gets it spun around, pointing in the right direction, though. Oh, man, Trent H. Not having a great run of things tonight. Especially since Trent just got a new pair of boots under him on that C3 compound. He's going to be contending with Anand. Or not last here shortly. John Hokie in the Haas MoneyGram car. Jaden Neal, quiet but deadly. Again, with the 10 kilograms of ballast attached to his car in the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. 11.7 seconds separates him from the nearest contender on the racetrack. That'll be Ryan Earl in front of him. Anand, the next car up on track. And we'll have to get around 2 lapped cars, Trent H and Anand, before he can even fight with Ryan Earl. Colin Edwards in 4th place, 13 seconds away from Jaden Neal. Again on that C3 compound, trying to make it to the end of lap 46 without having to make another pit stop. Here's Matt Chevry pitting out from 5th place. Ooh. Jaden Neal with a little bit of a lockup as he gets by Anand, the number 55 blacked out Ferrari. Lap 32 of 46 being completed. There's Anand overhead view of him and Jaden Neal. Very briefly. Matt Chevry pit out from 5th, ended up back in 5th place, so no harm, no foul for him taking the C3 compound so late in the game. Still in front of John Hokie, and behind this man right here, Colin Edwards, driving the number 2 McLaren, powered by Honda. Cody Lawrence leads the field, though, by 5.2 seconds. Here's Anand coming down pit road. And what number stop is this for Mr. Anand? That'll be his 2nd stop of the night. And as soon as he comes out of pit lane, he ends up locking up and goes sideways. And here's Colin Edwards making his 2nd stop of the night. He's now onto the C3 compound. Saw Matt Chevry closing down the gap. Decided to pit as well. That'll be a 2-stopper for Jaden Neal, Colin Edwards, Matt Chevry. And a 2-stop for Anand. And the driver should make it to the end with only 11 laps remaining. The leader just crossed the line in front of our very own eyes. We'll keep an eye on the Matt Chevry Colin Edwards battle. This might spice up to be something here in the next couple of moments. 2.5 the gap separating Matt Chevry and Colin Edwards. Here's Jaden Neal coming in for his third pit stop of the race. And he might be going for the fastest lap challenge. Here's the front splitter, or front nose, of Trent H's car. As he comes through Adelaide himself. And comes through the chicane and into Nürburgring. And now to 180. Amazing how fast these guys can take their pit stops, roll back out onto the racing surface, and get going and up to speed again. Colin Edwards still under threat from Matt Chevry from behind. Keep an eye on this 2.2 second gap still. And there's Anand getting out of the way. Let's Colin Edwards through. Excuse me, Matt Chevry through. Cody Lawrence, the man in P1, comes through the Salesforce corner. And has nothing but net behind him. 6.3 seconds and climbing to Ryan Earl, aka Flip. Last lap around, Ryan Earl was matching the leader's pace with a 1:12.581 compared to a 1:12.555. Jaden Neal 1:12.5. Colin Edwards 1:12.8 be his last lap, best lap. Matt Chevry 1:12.9, so not quite going the way Chevry had anticipated it to go. 1:13.0, 1:13.2 on this lap. 37 of 46 for Colin Edwards and Matt Chevry. Keeping an eye on that gap. It is climbing slowly, resting around 2.5 seconds now. It was 2.2 on the previous lap. No, and there goes Anand off and into the gravel pit. I think he was trying to let by Chevry again. May have just got caught in the dirty air. Got caught offline. Ended up in the gravel pit. 1:16.6 for Anand on that previous lap. Not too shabby with the trip to the kitty litter involved. Trent H. last lap around was a 13.0 compared to John Hokie. He was running a 14.39 last time around. I don't think we have enough laps left for Trent H to catch up to Hokey Pokey. Back looking at Anand. Neil pumps out a purple sector 1 on this lap. .455 was his previous best last lap. Green through sector 2. Yellow through sector 3 won't be a personal best for Jaden Neal. Fast lap right now is a 1:12.234, set by Cody Lawrence on the C2 compound. He's not only in P1, but he's the fastest man on track with a top speed of 312.8 kilometers per hour. And only 5 laps remaining here before we head back over to the US of A. No, we head to Indonesia, then the US of A at Watkins Glen, and then on top list to finish things off. And looking at the former race leader, Ryan Earl, in the number 81 McLaren. What could have been, what could have was for Ryan Earl, back-to-back victories on the line. instead for Trent H. Had he not made that small little mistake, what could have been for him? Edwards in 4th place, Matt Chevry in 5th place. Good recovery drive from Matt Chevry, clinching his way from P last up into the top 5. Has come down to 1.5 seconds between Chevry and Colin Edwards. It's closing down, but with 2 laps remaining, there just might not be enough lap time remaining. Cody Lawrence finishing up the penultimate lap, 45 of 46. The commanding 8.5 second gap to the cars behind. This has been a stupendous race to watch from start to finish. Cody Lawrence has been commanding it, though, although contested by Ryan Earl for a short amount of time. It only took one small mistake from Ryan Earl to give it back up to Cody Lawrence, and Cody Lawrence to give it up to Ryan Earl, so it could have been anybody's ball game. But I think the pace and consistency shows how good Cody Lawrence is and why he deserves to be the king of ACF1 racing. 8.8 second gap, 8.9 second gap, almost 10 seconds at some points on the track separate Cody Lawrence from Ryan Earl. Not to say that Ryan Earl is undeserving at all. He put up a gallant effort to take it home to the checkered flag. But Cody Lawrence in P1 will take the checkered flag first and accept his victory. He has won the race. Ryan Earl, 9 seconds later, will cross the line in P2. Jaden Neal will cross the line, coming home in 3rd place, but he's 22 seconds back from Ryan Earl and Cody Lawrence. Jaden Neal had a quiet but deadly race for the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. In 3rd place, number 22 will cross the line in 3rd place. and Colin Edwards battling it out with Matt Chevry coming down to the wire right now. They were separated by 1.2 seconds just a few moments ago. Now it's down to 0.6 of a second. And Matt Chevry selling a dummy to Colin Edwards. Colin not buying on this occasion. P4 for Colin Edwards, P5 for Matt Chevry, John Hokie in 6th, Trent H in 7th. Anand will cross the line in 8th place, 53 seconds later behind the rest of the field. He comes through the final corner now. And that will be all she wrote. Let's take a look back at our race calendar and see where we're going next. We've been to everywhere up until round 9. Indonesia will be round 10, round 11 at Watkins Glen, and then Japan for round 12 at Autopolis. Join us next week, same time, same place, for some more race-filled action, folks. It's been a pleasure to be your host. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for sticking around. This has been 46 laps around Magny Cours, brought to you by Slipstream Racing, and we'll see you next time. As always, please remember to stay safe out there. Bye-bye.